Hi everyone, welcome to Calendar Yes. Here we are going through the test discussion on social justice. The first question is, consider the following statements regarding recently launched National Technical Textile Mission. So the question is on National Technical Textile Mission. The first statement is, it is an initiative of the Ministry of Commerce and Industries. The second statement is, penetration level of technical textiles is low in India at 5 to 10 percentage against 30 to 70 percentage in advanced countries. The third statement is, mission will have four components including education, export promotion, market development and promotion of research. So this question is on National Technical Textile Mission. Let us discuss the explanation for this question. This National Technical Textile Mission aims to position the country as a global leader in technical textiles and increase the use of technical textiles in the domestic market. In simple words, this mission aims for the promotion of technical textiles in our country, and it is an initiative of Ministry of Textiles. From the name itself, we can assume that it is under the Ministry of Textiles, and it will be implemented for 4 years and starting from 2020-21, and it will have four components: education, then export promotion, market development, then promotion of research. So these are the four components under this mission: education, export promotion, market development, promotion of research in the area of technical textiles in our country. Okay. So the first statement, it is given that it is an initiative of the Ministry of Commerce and Industries. We can easily eliminate the options which contains the statement number 1, and if we eliminate the option C and D, we got the remaining options are option A and B. Both of these options contains the statement number 2. So we can easily assume that the statement number 2 is correct. And the statement number 2 is, penetration level of technical textiles is low in India at 5 to 10 percentage. In India, the penetration of technical textiles is low. It is only 5 to 10 percentage against 30 to 70 percentage in advanced countries. So it is a correct statement. And the third statement is, mission will have four components including education, export promotion, market development and promotion of research. We have already discussed the four components under this mission, so it is also a correct statement. So we got the answer, the option number B, 2, 1, 3. Okay. So the next question is, Global Social Mobility Index is released by, Global Social Mobility Index is released by, the options are German Watch, World Economic Forum, United Nations Economic Program, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. We can easily eliminate the options A and D because these German Watch and Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, these are related to environment, so we can easily eliminate options A and D. The remaining options are B and C, World Economic Forum and United Nations Economic Program. So let us move on to the explanation. This Global Social Mobility Index is released by World Economic Forum. It is an important institution, and the reports published by this World Economic Forum is also important because UPC already asked question from this report published by World Economic Forum. Okay, and the important reports by this WEF includes Global Competitive Index, Global Energy Architecture Performance Index report, Global Gender Gap report, Global Information Technology report, Human Capital report, Inclusive Growth and Development report, Outlook on Global Agenda, Global Risk report, Travel and Tourism Competitiveness report. Okay. So the next question is, which of the following statements correct about population pyramids? The first statement is, a population pyramid is a graphical representation of the age and sex composition of a specific population. And the second statement is, a triangular shaped pyramid with a wide base depicts an declining population. The third statement is, a bell-shaped and tapered towards the top shows both birth and death rates are almost equal, depicts a near constant population. So this question is on population pyramid. Let's move on to the explanation. We can connect the population with both age and sex. In the case of population pyramid, it is a graphical representation. This population pyramid, it is a graphical representation of both age and sex of a specific population. Okay. And in the case of a triangular shaped pyramid with a wide base reflect that the number of people with lower age group is larger and thus there would be high birth rates. That means in the case of, for example, in the case of India is a young country. So the base of the triangular pyramid in the case of India will be wide because India has large number of young population and it shows high birth rate. Okay. Then in the case of bell-shaped pyramid, it shows the case of bell-shaped pyramid. It shows both birth and death rates are almost equal, leading to a near constant population. For example, in the case of Japan, the population pyramid has a narrow base and a tapered top. It shows low birth and death rates. In the case of Japan, Japan has low birth rate and low death rate because this population pyramid of Japan has a narrow base and tapered top. It shows low birth and low death rate and it shows a constant population. Okay. So in the first statement it is given that a population pyramid is a graphical representation of the age and sex composition of a specific population. It is a correct statement. And the second statement it is given that a triangular shaped pyramid with a wide base depicts a declining population. It is a wrong statement we have discussed about in the case of India because a triangular shaped pyramid with a wide base which shows a younger population, it is not a declining population. So we can eliminate the statements, statement number 2, and we eliminate the options A, B and D, and we got easily the answer option number C, 1 and 3 only. The remaining statement number 3 is a bell-shaped and tapered towards the top shows birth and death rates are almost equal, depicts a near constant population. We have discussed about the in the case of Japan, it has a bell-shaped and tapered towards the top. It shows birth and death rates are almost equal, depicts a near constant population. So the answer is option C, 1 and 3 only. Okay. So the next question is, consider the following in respect to Pradhan Mantri Vidya Lakshmi Karyakram. The first statement is, it is a portal under the National E-Governance Plan for application, receipt, processing, sanction and dispersal of various scholarship schemes. The second statement is, single window for students to access information, make applications for and track the educational loans provided by banks. So before moving to the explanation, we can conclude some of the information from the question itself. From the name, we can conclude that this Vidya Lakshmi, so we can connect the Vidya Lakshmi with education, so it may be related to education. Then if we examine both these statements, we can eliminate one statement because the first statement is related to scholarship and the second statement is related to loans. So one of the statements will be wrong in the case of Pradhan Mantri Vidya Lakshmi Karyakram. So let us move on to the explanation. So here we will be discussing two schemes. The first scheme is National Scholarship Portal. The second scheme is Vidya Lakshmi Portal. Vidya Lakshmi Portal. Okay. This National Scholarship Portal, it is a one-stop solution through which various services starting from student application receipt, processing, sanction and dispersal of various scholarship to students are enabled. So this portal is related to scholarship. From the name itself, we can assume that it is related to scholarship. Okay. Then This National Scholarship Portal is taken as a mission mode project under the National E-Governance Plan. This portal, so we can connect with the electronic related something. Okay, so it is related to E-Governance Plan. Okay, then the scheme aims to provide a fully IT-based student financial aid authority to administer and monitor scholarship as well as educational loan schemes. Okay, then this Vidyalakshmi portal. This portal is first of its kind portal for students seeking educational loans. So it is related to education loan. Okay. This Vidyalakshmi portal provides a single window electronic platform for students to access information and prepares application for educational loans and government scholarship. Okay, so this Vidyalakshmi portal provides we can through this portal we can access information and prepares application for education loans and government scholarship. Okay. So the first statement is, it is a portal under National E-Governance Plan for application, receipt, processing, sanction and dispersal of various scholarship schemes. It is the National Scholarship Portal. Okay, it is the characteristics of National Scholarship Portal. So the second statement is, single window for students to access information, make applications for and track the education loans provided by banks. It is the characteristics of Vidyalakshmi portal. Okay, so the answer is option B, 2 only. The next question is, which of the following statements best describes the term Suman recently seen in the news? So the question is on this scheme Suman. Option A, it is a scheme to provide free healthcare benefits to pregnant women and newborns. Option B, it is a central government program which aims to promote installation of grid connected solar power plants by farmers. Option C, it is a newly discovered pest resistant variety of rice. Option D, it is the name given to recently launched regulatory sandbox of RBI. If you are not aware of these schemes, Suman, it is difficult for to attempt this question, because if you are not aware of this scheme, you will connect the Suman with all of these options. So it is difficult for to attempt this question. So you should aware of the aim of the important schemes. Okay, let us move on to the explanation. We can expand this Suman as Surakshit, Madritwa, Ashwasan, So it is a scheme under which pregnant women, mothers up to 6 months after delivery and all 6 newborns will be able to avail free healthcare benefits. So we can connect this woman with mother and child, because we expand this woman as Surakshit, Madritva, Ashwasan. So we can connect the mother and child, and this scheme aims for the pregnant women and mothers up to 6 months after delivery and all 6 newborns, and they will be able to avail free healthcare benefits. So this category of people will be able to avail free healthcare benefits under this women scheme. Okay, and this scheme will help in bringing down maternal and infant mortality rate in the country, because here aims for the free healthcare benefits for the mother and child. So we can reduce the maternal and infant mortality rate in our country. Okay, so for this question, the answer is option A. It is a scheme to provide free healthcare benefits to pregnant women and newborns.